Well, good day everybody. This is Chris of the Ancient Scholar. Hopefully this video finds you all doing well. So I wanted to do a quick unboxing of the Google Pixel 7. Just arrived. Do a quick unboxing, get it set up, and maybe I'll talk about my initial impressions of this device. So what do we have here? So we've got the 2022 Google Pixel 7. This is rocking a 6.3-inch AMOLED 90 Hertz display. It's 1080 by 2400. That's about 416 ppi with an aspect ratio of about 20:9, with peak brightness outdoors at least of 1400 nits. I believe that has increased a bit from last year's models, although I have no personal experience with last year's models. I also understand that this is rocking the newer Gorilla Glass Victus, which is supposedly a fairly strong formulation and contemporary formulation of Gorilla Glass. As I understand, this is going to be on the front and back of the phone. It's running the newest iteration of the Android operating system, Android 13, and it has the updated Tensor G2 chip, which is a proprietary chip developed by Google. I believe this is produced by Samsung using a 5 nanometer process. This is a 128 gigabyte base model with 8 gigabytes of RAM. This is a triple camera system, 2 cameras on the back and 1 camera on the front. 2 cameras on the back include a 50 megapixel primary, which is a 25 millimeter lens, f-stop of 1.9, and then a 12 megapixel ultra wide angle. I believe it's about 114 degree is with a f-stop of 2.2, and a newly developed 10.8 megapixel front camera, f-stop 2.2. It's 21 millimeter ultra wide, and it does allow for face identification or face unlock of the phone, but it is not biometrically secure, and so it will not work for more critical tasks such as payment and things of that nature. So that's a basic rundown of the phone. I believe it sells MSRP for $599 US, and Google is offering multiple trade-ins, and I got an incredible trade-in on an older iPhone, where essentially I have paid nothing or almost nothing for this device. So there is that. So that's the basic rundown. Let's go ahead and get this open and take a look at it. As you can see, this is the lemongrass color. I'm a little ambivalent about the color right now, but we'll see how it does. So let's go ahead and open this bad boy up here. Like I said, I have not used a Pixel since the Pixel 3, or the 3 XL, so that was several iterations ago. So let's go ahead and open this up here. All right, here we are. You can see I've got the device. Put that up. Okay. I'll put that off to the side. Let's see what else we've got. We've got a rather thick booklet. You can file that away. Looks like you do have a charging cable, but no charging brick. Thanks, Apple, for setting that particular paradigm in motion. But I do have a USB-C to USB-C cable. And then, of course, Google Pixels have been doing this for quite some time. This is a USB-C to USB-A adapter, so you can transfer data over from another phone. All right, so let's take a look at this here. Peel the front off. All right, so this is what we're dealing with here. Nice flat screen. I know some people complain about the flat screen and how the edges feel sharp, but I actually have a preference to flat screens. I also think it's easier to apply screen protectors, cases, things of that nature. So I actually prefer that. Let's see here. You can see the back here, kind of a glossy color. Really subtle yellowish green color. Big camera bump goes all the way across. That's kind of interesting. Looks like a brushed aluminum, and glass front and back. You can see that you've got the on-off button here, the power button, and then the volume rocker. And it looks like you also have a micro SIM slot, which is nice because, of course, the new Apple phones are eSIM only, and as I understand, this is both eSIM and physical SIM, so that's really nice. You've got USB-C charger, you got some speakers at the bottom there. Looks like you got a microphone up here. All right, you got your front-facing camera, which is a little hole punch, and that's really it. So it's nice. It's a little bigger, a little taller than, here's my iPhone here. So you can see it is just a little taller, a little longer than the iPhone. Of course, the iPhone has a 6.1 inch screen versus 6.3 inches here, so it's a little taller, and maybe ever so slightly longer. And as far as thickness goes, of course, this iPhone has a case on. Thickness is pretty comparable, but it is definitely quite a bit lighter than the iPhone. It's still just as slick, so I'm definitely going to want to put a case on this, and I do have a case coming. But I actually like this glossy back and this lighter color, even though I'm not totally sold on the color yet. We'll see. It does not seem to be as much of a fingerprint magnet as some other colors, like the blacks can be really big fingerprint magnets. But I'll tell you what, it does feel good in the hands, and it's light, so it has a really nice, really premium feel. And for the price so far, it feels like a really solid product. This is substantially cheaper than its iPhone counterpart, which would be the iPhone 13, which is a couple $100 more expensive than this in the United States, and even more expensive in other countries. So far I like what I see, so I'll go ahead and get it started up, drop in some information, and we'll see how the operating system is. Get myself reacquainted with Android. So I understand Android 13 is a pretty solid operating system, and hopefully I will be able to pick it up quite easily, quite quickly. All right, everyone, thanks so much, and we'll see you in the next video.